by Charles Hobohet Katsuk. I take an innocent of your people to sacrifice for all of the innocents you have murdered. The innocent will go with all of those other innocents into the spirit place. Thus will sky and earth balance. I am Katsuk who does this to you. Think of me only as Katsuk, not as Charles Hobohet. I am something far more than a sensory system and its appetites. I am evolved far beyond you who are called Hokwat. I look backward to see you. I see your lives based on cowardice. Your judgments arise from illusions. You tell me unlimited growth and consumption are good. Then your biologists tell me this is cancerous and lethal. To which Hokwat should I listen? You do not listen. You think you are free to do anything that comes into your minds. Thinking this, you remain afraid to liberate your spirits from restraint. Katsuk will tell you why this is. You fear to create because your creations mirror your true selves. You believe your power resides in an ultimate knowledge which you forever seek as children seek parental wisdom. I learned this while watching you in your Hokwat schools. But now I am Katsuk, a greater power. I will sacrifice your flesh. I will strike through to your spirit. I have the root of your tree in my power. On the day he was to leave for camp, David Marshall had awakened early. It was 2 weeks after his 13th birthday. David thought about being 13 as he stretched out in the morning warmth of his bed. There was some internal difference that came with being 13. It was not the same as 12, but he couldn't pin down the precise difference. For a time he played with the sensation that the ceiling above his bed actually fluttered as his eyelids resisted opening to the day. There was sunshine out in that day, a light broken by its passage through the big leaf maple which shaded the window of his upstairs bedroom. Without opening his eyes, he could sense the world around his home. The long sloping lawns, the carefully tended shrubs and flowers. It was a world full of slow calm. Thinking about it sometimes, he felt a soft drumbeat of exultation. David opened his eyes. For a moment he pretended the faint shadow marks in the ceiling's white plaster were a horizon, range upon range of mountains dropping down to drift-piled beaches. Mountains, beaches. He'd see such things tomorrow when he went to camp. David turned, focused on the camp gear piled across chair and floor where he and his father had arranged the things last night. Sleeping bag, pack, clothing, boots. There was the knife. The knife stimulated a feeling of excitement. That was a genuine Russell belt knife made in Canada. It had been a birthday gift from his father just 2 weeks ago. A bass hum of wilderness radiated into his imagination from the knife in its dear brown scabbard. It was a man's tool, a man's weapon. It stood for blood and darkness and independence. His father's words had put magic in the knife. That's no toy, Dave. Learn how to use it safely. Treat it with respect. His father's voice had carried subdued tensions. The adult eyes had looked at him with calculated intensity, and there had been a waiting silence after each phrase. Fingernails made a brief scratching signal on his bedroom door, breaking his reverie. The door opened. Mrs. Parma slid into the room. She wore a long blue and black sari with faint red lines in it. She moved with silent effacement,